What's up, y'all? Mr. Chad in the building. Day 2 of recording another video. Makes me happy, man. Stuff is awesome, dude. I love it. And I love helping people get on track and improve their lives. To get them from that victim mentality of, I can't, I never will, it's impossible. That limiting mindset. And instilling a winner's mindset of how can I accomplish this? What's the strategy? What am I going to have to do? That's my whole goal here. Put the power back into your hands. To let y'all know that y'all have control over your life. There are some things that we don't have control over, like paying taxes and having to sleep, using the restroom, breathing, all that fancy jazz. But there's a lot. There is a lot that we can control in our lives. That being the way that we react to situations, the way we interact with people, strategies that we use, the mindset that we hold, how we show up, whether that being at work, the gym, personal relationships, etc. period. But anyway, getting back to the topic of this video, it's about using friction as a tool. Using friction as a tool. And this builds upon the snowball effect, the compound effect, in one of my earlier videos. And the compound effect is beautiful. It really is the 8th wonder of the world. Because you can go from something so little to something so big, magnificent, and beautiful. So if little tiny actions can turn into really big results just by doing the little things every single day, then using friction as our best friend is a great idea. And it'll supercharge how fast you'll get to those results. You'll be stacking more wins. And those wins that you're stacking come easier. The temptations are lessened. But you have to be strategic with it. So friction refers to the effort, time, or discomfort required to perform an action. Bad habits often thrive because they're easy, convenient, or immediately rewarding. By adding friction to bad habits, you make them less appealing or harder to execute. Conversely, reducing friction for good habits make them more likely to stay. So here's an example. If you want to stop mindlessly scrolling on your phone, you might log out of social media apps or place your phone in another room. To encourage reading, keep a book on your nightstand for easy access. At least for me, y'all, I have ADHD so bad. And you can tell it in the environment around me. It looks messy because a lot of things are always laying out, but they're always in view. And they're always in view, so I'm always thinking about it. So I can see it and I know that I have it there. I do have some systems for organization, but that's getting off the point of the topic. So as I stated above with the examples, it's all about making the hard choices easier, like having your gym clothes ready for you to go to the gym. So whenever you get home or wake up, all you have to do is just put the clothes on, your gym bag's already all packed, You can get out the house without really having to think about it. And at least for me, I don't know how it is for y'all, but the hardest thing for me to do is to continue to make tiny decisions over and over and over and over and over again. Because it drains me. And if I had to take a bet, I bet it drains you too. And people think, how does such a small question of like, what am I going to be eating today? What clothes am I going to wear? What am I going to be doing today? What's my goal? What's my mission? What's this? What that? Like the snowball effect, like the compound effect, it all just builds on top of each other. If you have nothing planned out the day before and you're kind of just winging it, you're having to make these decisions basically all the time. And before you even start your morning, you've already made like 30 decisions that you've had to sit and use willpower on. And we do not want to use willpower on the simple, easy decision. We need that willpower to help us push forward and achieve those harder goals, like working out, working on a business, working at school, working at your job, whatever's that frog that you got to eat. You know, you need all the willpower you can to be used on the hard task. So we can use that principle to improve our lives. We really can. Because like I said earlier, on the snowball effect, small, tiny changes make big effects over a long enough period of time. So if you have a phone addiction problem, for example, make it to where using the phone is not as fun, as stimulating, or it's just hard to grab. There's a few things that you can do for this. For me, for example, I bought a little extension for my YouTube app. It gets rid of shorts and all that extra bull crap that's just trying to suck my attention away. Shorts gone. Comments I got rid of, suggested videos I still got on there. That's one way to add friction to it, so you're not just mindlessly scrolling. Because let me tell you, it's so easy to get trapped into that instant gratification and dopamine. And it's rigged against you too. It really is rigged against you. These big tech companies, the food companies that make chocolate bars or cereal, really sugary stuff, the stuff that tastes so good, it's working against us. They have scientists, they have people who went to school to learn about human behavior and basically how to use our physiology against us. They understand that quick, instant novelty is what the human brain craves. A flood of dopamine, a flood of feel-good. And our primal brains automatically gravitate towards it. It's so easy to do those things. If you have freaking pizza sitting in front of you, a nice steamy pizza from your favorite place, and then you have a plate of like chicken, rice, and broccoli on the other side. If you're not disciplined already, or you ain't have goals, or you don't have goals to improve your fitness, or you just don't really value your health that much, most likely you're going to be choosing that pizza 9 out of 10 times. At least I would have before I started getting serious about all this. Now I start to view food more like an energy source rather than pleasure. Because you really can tell the difference between eating some low quality, high carb, sugary food compared to like a whole nutritious chicken breast and some rice and some broccoli, you know? You feel full, you got good energy going through you. You're not getting a giant crash afterwards. It's a whole lot better, a whole lot more sustainable energy. So we need to purposefully engineer and design our environment. Your environment shapes your behavior. By intentionally designing your surroundings, you can steer yourself towards better habits. This involves removing cues that trigger bad habits and creating cues that prompt good ones. For example, to eat healthier, remove junk food from your kitchen, eliminating temptation. Place fruit and vegetables in visible, accessible spots. It's a great point right there. Like I was talking about earlier, my ADHD getting me off track. If I see it, it's in my mind. If it's locked away somewhere, I'm not going to be thinking about it. So we want to get that junk food, and if you're too scared to just throw it all away, you spent good money on it, put it on the very top of the shelf behind a bunch of things to make it where getting that bag of chips or getting that candy bar is going to be a pain in the ass. And just throw a whole bunch of like good healthy foods like fruits and vegetables and basically like whole foods. Just throw all that right in front of the junk food. Make it really easy to grab. Put it like right eye level. Make it to where like it's basically, oh, I see it here. It takes no effort to just grab the healthy food. A lot of people have it opposite. They got all the good yummy food out, really easy to get, and they have all the healthy food stored away somewhere. And then people wonder why it's so hard to stay away from the junk food. And you got it sitting right there in front of your face. You know? It's like waving a freaking nice juicy chicken leg in front of a starving person. Of course, all you're going to be thinking about is the nice juicy chicken leg. You're not going to be thinking about the war going on around you. So habits are formed through a cycle. A cue triggers a behavior, which leads to a reward. Bad habits often have strong cues and immediate rewards, making them hard to break. Good habits may lack immediate rewards, so you need to make them more appealing or automatic. For example, to build a habit of exercising, pair it with a cue. For example, putting on workout clothes right after waking up. And a reward, listen to a favorite podcast during your workout. That's a good point. So one of the things that I did for myself, because I work out, I got myself a Ninja Creamy, which is a homemade ice cream maker. And I make myself homemade protein ice cream. Soft serve. And I use that as a reward for whenever I'm done working out. Is ice cream the best thing I could be eating? No. But I also don't put a bunch of that sugar and garbage in it. So whenever I work out, I reward myself with something like that. I rewarded myself by buying a nice Ninja Creamy to motivate me to keep going to the gym, to reward myself. And it's been working. I've been consistent for about 3 weeks now. 3 weeks in a row of not missing a single day. And it makes it easier. You gotta reward yourself. You gotta reward yourself whenever you do something hard. Don't be like, I worked out really hard, so let me go eat an all-you-can-eat KFC fried chicken bucket. I mean, that'll basically erase most of your progress right there. You know, you want to work with yourself. You want to make those rewards satisfying, but you also don't want them to kill all your gains. So, you know, just be reasonable with it. So small changes make big impacts. Tiny adjustments to friction or environment can compound over time. Making a bad habit just 20 seconds harder or a good habit 20 seconds easier can significantly alter your behavior. For example, to reduce late night snacking, store snacks in a hard to reach cupboard. To drink more water, keep a filled water bottle on your desk. I'm basically just hammering in that. Literally, just if you can push off, if you have to add extra steps to the bad habit, it will legit stop you from doing that bad habit a couple times. And even if it only stops you from doing it once, that one time is added on to the positive side of your life compared to the negative side. Small changes over a long time can make a big impact. All coming back to the compound effect. There's not much more than I can really elaborate on this. I've tried to elaborate on as much as possible. But in regards to using friction as a tool, there's not much more to elaborate on. So now your next action step is to take action on this, even if it's really small. A couple easy things that you could do to make your life better right now would be to get some workout clothes ready for the next day. Would be to clean your room so you have less mental clutter, which makes decisions easier to make. Now you have one less thing weighing on your mind. Now you don't have to worry about cleaning up your room. Now whenever you walk into your room, you're not like, damn, this is a mess, I gotta clean this up. Now you got some mental real estate freed up for something else, for something great, for something beautiful. You can go on your phone, you can delete your social media apps, and every time you want to use one, just reinstall it. And that one extra step. It might not stop you, but maybe just one time, it'll make you go from wanting to scroll and just kill time, but having to sit there and scroll through the app store and having to wait that 30 seconds for it to install. In that time, you could be like, you know what? I don't know why I'm doing this. Why don't I just go work out instead? And what if that one time that you work out starts your workout journey? And then from that day forward, you're working out semi-consistently. At first, maybe like once a week, once a month, something like that. But then eventually it becomes and builds into a habit. And then you go from not working out at all to actually working out. And now those are W's that you're stacking on your win section. Those add up all over time. You can go on your phone. You can go change the color of your screen to black and white. Make the apps a whole lot less stimulating to look at. And I can attest, it works. Makes it a whole lot less interesting when everything is in black and white. So then you want to go get your dopamine somewhere else. Hopefully from a healthy habit. Going for a walk. Cooking a good meal. Doing something else other than just brain rotting yourself with instant gratification and dopamine overload. And just understand, you're not going to be perfect at first. At first, it's gonna suck the most. It's gonna be the hardest. But all you need at the beginning is the smallest of changes to make the biggest of impacts. It's all about the long game, guys. Life is a long game. It's not a race. Got to live life every single day. If you want to be successful, life is all about stacking wins every single day, having more wins than losses. So I'm going to hammer it in, y'all, again. Use friction as a tool. Make working out easier. Make eating healthier easier. Have it available. Put it in view. Have it in reach. Make the bad habits, like eating those junk food, put that away from your view. Put it in a cabinet, close it. Kind of like you forgot it's even there. Whenever you're wanting to work or work out, or have some sort of attention, if you need some sort of attention, sustained attention and focus, just put your phone in another room. If you really want to grab it and scroll, then you'll have to put everything that you're doing down, stop your momentum, go over to the designated phone area, scroll, and then whenever you're done with that, stop, put it back down, and go back to what you were doing. If it stops you just one time, I'm telling y'all, it's a win. It's a win. Even though it's annoying, it's a win. That's all I'm trying to drill into y'all. We want to suffer from success, y'all. We want to win so much that winning is just second nature. And it don't matter if the win is winning the Super Bowl or winning the lottery. Even though winning the lottery, you ain't even got to really work for that. But winning the Super Bowl, winning the World Cup, or it could be winning in the morning by not hitting the snooze button and just hopping straight out of bed. That's a W. Winning a Super Bowl and hopping out of bed without hitting the snooze are both wins. One is definitely harder to do, but they're both wins. We just want to tip that pendulum to where the W's outweigh the L's by so much that it just compounds and just freaking stacks so much on the W side, man. And it's possible. So I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Use friction as a tool. Make it your friend. Make your life easier. If you struggle with the hub, put all your gear up. Make it really hard to get your gear. I'm not going to elaborate on that, but y'all understand what I'm talking about. Everything that you need in the process and going on the hub, make it as hard as you can to get on the hub. Make it as annoying as possible to get on the hub. Will it still happen? Probably. Like I said, we're just aiming for that one win. Get that one win, you're already winning. Because in the other universe where you did nothing, you don't have that one extra win. If y'all struggle with overeating junk food, put the junk food in the cabinet. Put it in the most inaccessible cabinet that you have. Put in the one that requires a stool and requires you to almost fall off that stool by overreaching all the way on the top cabinet. That's where you want to put all your junk food at. And then on the table or in the cabinet eye level that you don't even need a stool, put all the good food there. Or if you got junk food, instead of getting the regular chips, get the baked chips. Get the baked chips. The regular chips and the baked chips are not really something to do about friction, but it's about harm reduction. It's all about reducing the harm or reducing the calories. It's like a better alternative. That's something else, but y'all struggle with your phone. Put the phone somewhere inaccessible. Put put the parental controls and set a time limit for how much you want to spend on your time. Do whatever y'all got to do to make it just a little bit harder. And I promise y'all, if y'all stick with that for life, it's going to make a big difference, y'all. So, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Mr. Chad out. Deuces.
Hey, get in here.
Okay, that better have been an accident.
Screw these goddamn mud people.
Come on, people, get your asses in here.
Reloaded!
Close the door. Ain't got no time for this shit. Get in here.